Yeah. Woo!
If at first you don't succeed, do not go skydiving. The worst thing one human being can do to another human being is eat all the M&Ms out of their trail mix. Pescatarians are the agnostics of food. I find it very hypocritical that most of the men who oppose same-sex marriage also watch lesbian porn. One of my favorite expressions is don't take no for an answer, except when it causes rape. If you also know how to use semicolons, there is a special place in hell waiting for us. If you own a pickup truck and have never actually used it to go pick up anything, you suck. So I'd like to just give a little bit of a disclaimer. I am actually relatively new to comedy, and I work as a community organizer, so I like to address issues that are actually serious and relevant in today's current events and in politics. And there are certain things I can say that sometimes can get taken a little bit offensively. And something I would like to say from the bottom of my heart is that if you get offended at comedy, you're wasting your time. If you have a real complaint, City Hall is that way. So I've been told that when I do stand-up comedy, I'm supposed to tell you something interesting about myself to make this feel more personal. And something I'd like to tell you all is that I am really funny, incredibly modest, and a hypocrite. Another thing I'd like to tell you is that I'm actually a type 1 diabetic. And most people don't realize that being type 1 diabetic is 1 out of every 80 people, which sucks for me. But when I go to Vegas, I'll have really good odds. Another thing about me that you should know is I have a borderline anger management problem. And the thing that gets me more angry than anything else is how hard it is to segue to my next joke. So, is anyone else mad about what happened to Pluto? I don't think we gave nap time enough respect when we were kids. So sometimes I think that I've learned really impractical skills. I live with someone in the fraternity house I live in San Jose State who literally in his free time builds the furniture that we use as a house. And then I'm over there being like, I write jokes, about 30% of them are actually funny. So with everything going on in the world and a couple personal things going on in my life, I sometimes worry that I might become an alcoholic. But I decided a really long time ago I'm not going to be the kind of alcoholic to drink out of a plastic bottle of vodka. Instead, I would cut expenses from other areas of my life. The first thing that would go is my cell phone bill. Because, and this would be a twofold victory, because one, I would save money every month, and two, my family would finally stop calling me to tell me how bad my drinking problem has gotten. So I started dating this girl recently, and there's something really sexy about her. Out of any girl I've ever dated, she has by far the biggest vocabulary. You know, because intelligence is the new sexy. But one time this girl actually sent me nude photos, but I was kind of disappointed because what I really wanted was a $15 minimum wage throughout all of America. Okay, so one thing I would kind of like to leave on a bit of a meaningful note is I feel that a lot of people struggle with a lot of similar issues, and I think that by being a bit more open with the pain I've suffered, it helps people bear with theirs. And this is actually just kind of like a little emotional raw thing. You can laugh, but it wasn't intended to be funny. And I feel like there's a lot of times where I'm lonely, but also insecure around the people I care about, and that I have dreams, but trying to move forward with them causes me anxiety. And I care about other people, but sometimes I think the human race is doomed to extinction. I'm friendly to all people, but the greatest enemies I have are in my own head. And people look up to me, but sometimes I feel worthless. And the more I talk to them about this, and the more I talk to specialists, the more I realize this is just part of the human experience. And I don't know, I don't believe that there's anything such as passion. I think we're all just trying to find something to cope with the meaninglessness that we feel as a result of existence. And if there's anything I would like to leave with you, is that I think life is meaningless. Everything I've seen so far would show me that there is no God. We are all going to die. So just have a laugh. Why not?